Let's check in with our second general manager of the day. It's Steve Staios of the Ottawa Senators, his second deadline as general manager. You made the Tarasenko deal last year. You didn't make a deal on deadline day. Is your expectation to do something today, Steve?
I guess time will tell, James. But we're certainly working through a lot of different scenarios. Looking at our team moving into this deadline, we're pleased with the step that they've taken. The depth has been tested, and it's hung in pretty good. And we feel like we're a good team when we're fully healthy. So we're looking at a few different options right now.
Now, sometimes what happens on trade deadline day is just not about the trades that happen that day. I understand that some of the groundwork for the Linus Ullmark deal was done last year on deadline day. Is that accurate?
That is. I think a lot of these conversations, if you don't get to a deal, you can pick up on the conversations, much more fluidly in the summer because you've already been down the path with a team on it. So certainly there's a lot of information, being shared, and you get an understanding of what other teams are looking for, and it helps going into the off season. Last year at the deadline, as you mentioned, we were in a totally different position than we were this year. So this one has been different.
Because of an NHL sanction levied at previous management, you have to go without a first-round pick either this year or next year. Does that limit what you can do on a day like today?
Well, it's something we certainly have to keep in mind. I mean, it's those first-round picks are very valuable, and it's an unfortunate situation that we're going to have to deal with at some point. So obviously, it's one of those things where we keep it in mind in certain situations like this, and also we're going to have to look at what year we have to give it up in this year or next year. We've got to make our best estimation on when that is. You
guys have been streaky the last couple of months. You had that 5-game losing streak where it looked dicey, but now points in 3 straight, 5 points out of 6 possible ones. Do you feel like your team has turned things around in time for the stretch run?
I do. I have confidence in this group. I think when you look back on James on some of those losing streaks, I think you can look right to health. And so we're hoping for some good fortune down the stretch here that way. But credit to the players. I mean, they've taken a step. This group's taken a step. I think our culture and our environment have taken a step in the right direction. And we're looking forward. This is the first time for this core group in particular being in a stretch run like this, and they're excited about it.
Massive game tomorrow at home against the Rangers, one of those rivals in the race for a wild card spot. A last question, and we've never touched on this before, but in 2023, we gave up ace panelist and trade deadline star Dave Poulin to the Ottawa Senators and got nothing in return. Butkus, are you ever going to make good on this deal?
No, that deal is signed, sealed, and delivered. You guys signed off on it, so yeah, it's a win for the Sens, that's for sure.
I hope you can pull off another thievery deal today for the Ottawa Senators. Steve Staios, thanks for your time today.
Yeah.